know all of these things, but not once have you said, yo, man, them, why don't you lot get on this thing as well?
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
point
okay.
to You're going to make Jay cut us off, bro. So, but there are other things. So if there's anything else we need to be on,
Right. See, now you peed him.
I want to hear him, but lucky he ain't got no mic.
Ooh.
I don't know what he's talking
All
about.
right, let's...
Oh, these are audio platforms. See?
A full spec of what's actually in it because it's so diluted and so kind of that they just keep to the 4 basic ingredients and just leave it at that.
I mean, I'd drink it. I'd try it. I mean,
You're not fussed.
bruv, at the end of the day, if it tastes nice, it tastes nice. We went to a rum festival the other day, and I was trying beer rum. There's one even called Rumbaclot, all right, which was, I think it was actually the most unique name that was there, to be fair. All right, there was so many different ones. I ended up buying 2 bottles or 4 bottles.
Of the Rumbaclot?
No, not
What,
Rumbaclot.
what was the rum from Ghana called?
What it was the African one in the corner, Rain.
Well done.
Yeah. So I
called
tried
Rain.
all of them. Do you know what I mean? I went through it and I tried it. I tried what I liked.
That is an original rum.
But I just tried what I liked, innit? And the one that I actually bought was one called Beckford. And it was nice. It tasted really, really, really good. Do you know what I mean? I bought 2 bottles.
Is Captain Morgan a novelty rum?
No. However, what we get and how it's been
Got mashed up and then fell out. They're not reporting any foul play in the sense of somebody else was there and pushed him out the window or anything like that. They said he fell. That's what they're giving us.
Cause there's a lot of things people saying that, it doesn't sound like suicide. It's conspiracy theories. So I'm not indulging in them. I'm just seeing what you lot think about it.
There was. He's supposed to have been clean for a while,
Right.
apparently. So where it's like the conspiracy theory now is, did someone come in there and it's all a setup? The hotel was very quick to release the fact that they had reported somebody in the
Mashing up the room and reacted.
So it's like, yeah, they reported that. So the drug part as well sounds like there was something drug infused, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not even going.
He did suffer with drug issues before.
Yeah.
But
he's recovered.
He's been, but he was open about it and stuff like that. So the only reason why I bring it up is that it wouldn't be too far to think of relapse or to be, because you have to remember a lot of these people are.
You're getting with or whatever.
What do you mean back in the day?
when you were, right?
Bro, it's done more now than it was back in the day.
But
Back in the day,
it's easier accessible because you got the internet. But it's like you would do research to find out.
what kind of research?
You just find out certain things about her, innit?
What kind of research?
You show her a picture. And say,
Yeah, what are you saying?
Can
Talk
you
to
see
us.
a butterfly?
Talk the talk, bro.
Do you know what I
Ain't no
mean?
one doing that. But
If a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around to
but
hear
you're
it.
finding out, you're doing a background check. They do background checks on you to see what type of person you are, like how many people you've been with. Are you out there?
What about if she says, what star sign are you?
Still about it's something a relative way of someone trying to say to himself, let me find out something about you. They're trying to find out your
No, they're
characteristics.
trying to pigeonhole you.
No, they're trying to find your characteristics. That star signs doesn't pigeonhole anyone. It just tells you about a characteristic that they may
Why
or may
doesn't
not
it
hold.
pigeonhole you?
Because it doesn't pigeonhole you.
If we sit here and we say, I don't know,
You
Ranger
display-
Scorpion,
Yeah.
and your addiction.
So it's actually, Buddy don't agree. Buddy don't. You're doing that. I don't agree face. But there is one thing. Coming back on the point you made, Sirelli. So would you say that men are gossipers or gossip mongers as much as women are?
I don't think they necessarily gossip as much, but I do think they like to know more. Like, they want to know what's going on.
Who, men or women?
Men.
Want to know more?
Yeah, I think they want to know more.
I'm BS. Men gossip as much as women do. Like they do. Facts. Like they will talk to their brethren. We'll sit there. Everybody does it in equal. It depends. Like I said, like we said in the beginning, if you're addicted to drama or you've got an addiction to drama, then you will gossip. Men will just sit there. If I'm addicted to drama, if you're gonna say I'll be like, guess what?
I got loads of information of people basing their opinion on him, thinking, yeah, he's the guy that will do that. And yeah, one time I saw him grabbing this girl's leg like quite aggressively, so I think he's guilty. And in my head, I was like, rah, aren't you?
Bedrooms.
Do you know what I mean? Aren't you lot meant to be bedrooms and blah? So now, to protect themselves, they've just ostracized him and just said, you know what? You are now over there. We are over here. Good luck to yourself.
Are they also, the people that are saying those things, are they also content creators with platforms who have deals and whatnot?
The ones that have shown up on my feeds.
Right.
To be
All,
fair, I saw his some
all
of his
have,
brethren
yeah.
saying that they're not going to say nothing because they can't talk about the case. And then I told them they're not going. That's why they haven't said anything. So the ones that are actually close to him, all right, have actually said they're not saying anything. You know what I mean? Because they can't. You know what I mean? And I suppose it's like when Noel Clark went down. Then I can back him. And
you're prepared to lose everything.
I'm prepared to say it to anyone, all right? Because I know what my truth. I know the truth at that point. But if you're going to tell me, oh well, he's told me that, yeah, I believe what he said, all right.
why is he pointing at me?
Zed.
I believe what he said, but on the other side of it is I can't. I might be 90% sure. I might even be 99% sure or 98% sure. I ain't 100% sure, and without being 100% sure, I can't do that.
So Remarkable Dan says, in the situation, he says, I think the person accused has two options. Either they have to deny it outright, straight away, deny it on all platforms, whatever you, blah, 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 or they have to sacrifice themselves to the brand.
This man said, sacrifice yourself
Well,
to the
I get what it means.
I get it.
What it means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, we're saying this and you're like, yeah, you'll do it. But I don't see how you can explain that to your partner and your family that
X, Y, and Z. Of course I'm going to back him. It's a bit like having kids. Like one of the things I say to my son is that I'm not saying that he can lie to anyone, but I'm saying in the point of trouble, if I ask you a question, the two people you should be able to tell you the truth is your mum and your dad. And if you can't tell us the truth, then that's a problem. So I'm gearing him up to that. So what I know that if I go to school and the school says, rah, he started it. And I say, Zed, did you start it? He says, no. There's always one in it. There's always one. And he says no. Then I know 100%. It's the same thing with friendships, man.
I mean,
I'm going to pause you here because I like this conversation and I don't want us to lose momentum on it.
Yeah, but it's not the conversation.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fluid. Pause. But what I would say is this is very. No one mentioned tits. You didn't even notice the breast size or nothing. All of a sudden, you're now defending yourself in the cold aisle in the supermarket with a lamb rack of ribs in your hand and trying to keep the conversation low because you don't want anyone else around you
look at
knowing
you like a pervert.
I'm about to have beef with my missus in the supermarket about staring at that woman's tits, which I didn't do because I liked her trainers because the tracksuit was the favourite colour. And do you get what I mean? Sometimes these situations just create themselves from a complete nothing.
Are you actually going to have beef in the supermarket over that?
No, because I got lamb in my hand. Someone frame that. Someone frame that.
I don't get it. But, buddy, are you having beef in the
Buddy,
supermarket?
did you like that? Buddy, so tell me you liked it. One person told me, all right, don't worry about it. I'm wasted.
The lamb, come on.
Yeah,
it took him a second. Let's see.
No. It's just
Reason for this podcast. This is addicted to drama. Because your girl, as much as you're sitting there saying, look, I'm going to take the high road, I'm not even going to go down your foolishness, I'm going to walk away from this. All right? She's sitting there now, she's building up even more. 1 second.
And another thing, last year on Easter, your brethren's missus, she was looking really nice.
And she was wearing a red tracksuit.
And you told her she looked nice. You never said nothing to me. Why?
No.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
I'm not an entertainer.
you're now
of those
getting
things.
dragged down
And you're not saying, you know what?
into the pit of hell.
Right.
And you're going to say,
I listen to
All
you.
right.
Go get me a
so
drink.
One thing I would
Stone
recommend.
cold.
Yeah. One thing that I would advise and recommend to anyone: do not get dragged into arguments about something that happened 6 months ago, a year ago.
sometimes it's not your fault.
If there's a problem that you had then, address it then. Don't tell me.
Brother, it's a man talk, but we're talking about women. You know it doesn't go like that.
Never embarrass me. And I say it to all of my, any girl I've ever been, I've always said it, don't embarrass me. All right?
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Sorry, it's fine. you gentlemen are going on the premise that, and just for the podcast, this chick, your missus, you're probably her first or second, maybe third partner, and you've got her trained in a way, and I'm going to use the word trained, in a way that she knows how to behave in the supermarket, per se. Versus her ex used to walk around everywhere in public, staring at tits, staring at ass, looking at old birds, young chicks, the whole works. So now she's hyper paranoid anytime she's out with you.
That's a good example.
She thinks you did it. You know you didn't do it. She flares up because of past trauma, and you're going to her, and she looked at me and just bopped off. Jeez. Just think about it. I just said, babe, did you just blah, blah, blah? She went, idiot. And then walks off. And then just moonwalks around the corner.
and then looks at the dude again.
And just says, and just gives a guy a wink. And then just pops off.
But
Jeez.
But again,
all I'm saying is, for me, like you have to, like for me, I have to deal with it in the moment. And even if it is, let me just pause. Let's just pause wherever's going to go on, and we'll take this back at home. Or we'll take it in the car. We'll leave the supermarket and go and talk about it. Do you know what I mean? Let me call the chick. Did I look at your tits? You know, whatever.
Yes.
Yes. You know. But the ignoring thing, that's the bit.
It's not.
Like you said, Shane, me, I hate being ignored. Do you know what I mean? Jeez, that's already too much. So I wouldn't want to do it to someone else. So I'd have to deal with it in the moment, even if it was, you know what I mean, that 15-second roundup. We're going to discuss this later at 6 o'clock news.
repeating what you said, but safe for that.
Thank you, Wiley DJ.
Go
So, Remarkable's point before?
I guess that's Australia. It depends on the mood. Sorry.
Right, depends on the mood. Now, very, 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 very important. Some of us are more emotional than the others. So if we're presented with certain situations and the four of us were standing in the supermarket, and imagine if our partner was the female standing here, the beautiful creature, how each one of us would react in that moment, depending on if our football team lost.
Oh, it's
just...
Man is going to embarrass himself, and he's going to talk to the cameras that are filming. He's going to slap the lamb rat.
It's the day our football team just got brushed. 4-0 in the first. She says, I'm going for a shower. She goes up to the room. Cool. You stay downstairs. You went and got the pillow and the cover. You hear her on the phone. And now he thinks he can just go and lie downstairs like a kid. What an idiot. Pussy. This is why his mum, this is why his ex-girl left him. And you can hear all of this cussing because she's on the phone to her brethren. She's on the phone to her brethren who's giving her, just pouring the negative energy down the phone line.
She's the, what do you call it? What you were talking about. Yeah. The negativity. She likes that.
Yeah, she's pouring it down the phone line. She's getting it poured down the phone line and she's feeding it. You're there simmering in your couch pot that's full of heat.
Then go upstairs.
Are you going to go upstairs and blow up? Or are you going to keep the same cool head?
All right. So,
manage the
first of all, you have to
situation?
take some responsibility. You shouldn't be sleeping on a damn sofa.
But I do agree with Relly where it's a case of kiss goodnight, and I would, kiss goodnight, let's go bed, and we reset in the morning. I just feel that's the best way to deal with it.
But it's not going to reset in the morning, you know that.
Sometimes it helps. You know what it is that little kiss, like whether you do it or she does it, all right, that kiss goodnight, like you had an argument, good night, babe, or good night, and then
okay.
It's like, I'm mad still, but you kind of just taking
the edge off the magic.
Yeah, I get you.
It's called taking control.
Yeah, but even like I said, either one, it could be me that's done it, it could be her that's
being
done
the
it.
bigger person.
But it just,
taking
what-
control.
that.
No, all I'm saying is, it could be her that's kind of said, you know what, night, babe, and kiss me, and I'm still vexed. I'm like, but you wound me up, and you cussed my team, and they lost, and you just kiss me goodnight.
Your team's shit anyway. Just...
You're giving me stress about titties that I didn't even see.
I didn't even. Right.
it can set your mood and your tone. So that energy, yeah, you need to break it down. You need to keep it into little segments.
Buddy, what do you think? Buddy's lost. Ray.
Me personally, so if you're saying Jay is a magnet for negativity.
For drama.
For drama, sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't have to go into Jay's sphere, do I?
No.
I'm his bedroom.
Yes.
You know what? In some there are some people who are the drama people where they need someone who's almost a nullifier that teaches them that sense or that reason. So when they're coming with the arms house or whatever it may be, you're like, don't be silly. That's just stupid. And it might nullify the situation. Yeah, just shut it down. And you're that person's voice of reason. You're not in a relationship. You're not emotionally attached in that way. There's no, like, as male and female would be, like, there's no sex attached to it. There's no spitefulness. It's
So gents, thank you very much. This has been the Addicted to Drama podcast. What I'd like to do is round up. But firstly, Rain, are there any comments you want to check? Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to quickly summarize. And then I'm going to go to Sirelli, then Buddy, Rain with the comments, and then Rain.
No comments, just go for it.
You're just going to go for it. Okay, cool. So, addicted to drama. Do you thrive on negative energy? Are men also gossip mongers or the main gossip mongers? Do you celebrate other people's downfalls? Are you that chatty patty? And how do you deal with stressful situations when you're in those situations? Do you know how to manage yourself? Do you know how to manage the situation around you? Do you know how to manage your partner, your children? Do you know what I mean? Your friends, your family, etc., etc. Being an addict to drama, is it a bad thing?